Conference play, where this afternoon the Red Wolves of Arkansas State travel to Monroe to take on the ULM Warhawks. Welcome everybody. Sean Fox joined by former McNeese State All-American Desmond Lightning. Des, the streak. We had a streaker the first game against St. Francis, but the streak has been talked about a lot this week. Arkansas State, the Red Wolves, have had ULM's number.
You're going to hear the coaching talk. They're going to say, we're not focused on it. They are focused on the street, and a lot of the fan base for ULM saying if it don't happen this year, it might not happen.
It's been 15 straight for the Red Wolves. Speaking of the coaches, Butch Jones, successful wherever he's been.
Been in 4 different programs, taking them and successfully won bowl games, and guess what? Coach Vincent is trying to do the same thing at ULM.
Bryant Vincent, again, this is about mindset. He's changing the way folks view ULM. He thinks this game could be a jumping off point for this program.
This program is trying to establish a winning culture here, and they really see this to be the point where they can prove this is a winning university.
Ton of respect between Coach Jones and Coach Vincent. That's the coaches. What about some of the star players we're going to see today? Starting with, I think, the most electric quarterback inside the Sun Belt Conference, Jalen Rayner. As you see, 25 starts at one school. That's one of 8 active FBS quarterbacks. He is absolutely electric with the football.
And when he starts, he can throw that thing all over the yard, and he can take off and run on you. Got a couple of favorite targets out there. One of them is roommate in Cobb.
Yeah, the Cobb, and of course, Corey Rucker, one of the best receivers that maybe a lot of the country doesn't know about. On the other side, ULM loses Ahmad Hardy. Fear not, Braylon Bam McReynolds comes in from South Alabama and is having himself a whale of a season.
Running back, you stepped up, taking the mantle. He's got a massive offensive line that is clearing the hole, and he is a home run hitter. He can take it to the house.
Braylon McReynolds leads what is a deep backfield at ULM. Let's see what he could do tonight. Again, leading the way against the Red Wolves.
And Arkansas State has won the toss, so speaking of that running game, we get to see that defense that's been struggling against the run all season and see what they can do against Bam.
We get to see if ULM can flex their muscle in the running game against a team that struggles against the run. On the opposite side, though, Arkansas State, they do their best work throwing the football. ULM struggles against the pass, so something's got to give between the Red Wolves and the Warhawks in the first Rice Bowl.
Yes,
the old Rice Bowl rivalry.
On the line. Styles make fights, so it should be a good fight tonight.
Kick will go to the back of the end zone, and Aiden Armenta will lead this ULM offense. 2-1 on the season, coming off a big win last week over UTEP in El Paso. Des, first non-conference road win for ULM since, listen to this, 2018. It's been a minute.
It's been a while. It was a fresh feel for them. They really trying to, once again, they're trying to keep the momentum going, bring it home by beating the foe they haven't beat in 15 years.
And then, of course, just 3 road wins period for this program since 2020. So ULM hasn't had a lot of experience on the road, but obviously over the last 2 seasons, things have changed under Bryant Vincent's watch, and we get to see Aiden Armenta, Bam Reynolds in this ULM offense to start things off.
A ULM offense run by Coach Bryant Vincent, who's also the AD, wearing multiple hats.
There's a lot. I mean, you might teach a class before it's all said and done. Aiden Armenta will start in the pistol. Behind him, Braylon McReynolds. Again, he is 3rd in the Sun Belt Conference in yards per carry. They put a man in motion from left to right. Looking to throw. Screen pass to McReynolds. Up to the 30, up to the 35, up to the 42-yard line, but a flag comes in, Des. Don't know if that's going to bring the Warhawks back, but that's almost an extension of the run play.
Yeah, that's basically a toss. An outside run, excellent blocking on the edge, maybe too good a blocking, which is what, anytime the free safety, Brandon Barnes, is having to come downhill and make a tackle.
Holding, offense, number 80. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, first down.
And a hold on Nate Sullivan brings back what was a big first play of the ball game for the Warhawks.
And look, he's doing a good job, but he stops his feet at the end and just got a little, it was a little bit of a tippy-tack hold, but definitely once they get outside of your frame, you got to let them go.
So you go from a first down, and now you're behind the chains, 1st and 20 from the 20.
Yeah, first couple of plays for Coach Vincent are going to be scripted. Definitely not what he scripted.
By the way, ULM breaking out some new unis today, breaking out the gray jerseys with the red lids.
The lids
haven't seen those, yeah.
They got a wrap job. It's clean.
Again, back to the pistol formation for Armenta. Puts a man in motion. Pop pass. Coming to the near side, up to the 25, up to the 26-yard line is Jonathan Bibbs, who scored on that play last week, tackled on the play by Aaron Alexander.
Yeah, 35 yards last week on a very similar play versus UTEP. You can see that the Red Wolves are playing a little bit of a zone defense, getting an indicator there with the zone.
But you do pick up 11, and again, a good open field tackle by Aaron Alexander, transfer out of Michigan State for Butch Jones.
So getting back on schedule. putting you in a second and 9.
Second and 9 from their own 26-yard line. Again, they'll go to the pistol, 2 receivers to the far side. Quick pass. Ball is intercepted, and that is going to be a pick 6 by Brandon Grail. Not the start you wanted if your ULM could not have asked for a better start for Arkansas State. Grail just basically threw it to him. I don't even think Armenta saw him.
Armenta made the,
excuse me, yeah.
When you see the replay, you're going to see that Armenta he made the wrong read. He's going to want that one back. He's got a high-low concept. The seam was actually where the read would have took him, but threw it to the flat route and pick 6.
Grail didn't even have to make a lot of effort. Ball was thrown right to him.
Right to him. He was the receiver on the play.
So hot start for the Red Wolves on the pick 6.
Good start to the Rice Bowl.
Yes, it is.
And for a team,
especially if you're a Red Wolf fan.
Yeah. And for Arkansas State, they can be a good team when they want to be. You don't want to give them any extra steam.
Kick is up and kick is good. If you are a Red Wolves fan, could not ask for a better start. A pick 6 by your defense, who's been struggling with a 7. Then you get a pick 6.
And, the Rice Bowl is off to an excellent start. So now Coach Vince is going to have to come out and try to, reestablish an identity here in this game.
Clune Van Andel kicks it off and again will not be returned. Hits the back of the end. He might hit the south end zone squad before it's all said and done tonight. Big leg.
Yeah, and it takes a little bit of the stress off the special teams.
Yes, it does. I think any coach would like the ball to be kicked in the back of the end zone, not have to worry about a return. So we'll see how ULM offense answers after giving up a pick 6 on their first drive, but still very early, 13:34 remaining here in the first quarter.
But we talked about how the Red Wolves have struggled against the run. In the run we saw, which was technically a pass, they did struggle against it, but ULM had it out there. Didn't really get a chance to see the defense, so let's see what they have.
So ULM, their second opportunity tonight on offense. It'll be Aiden Armenta, the redshirt sophomore quarterback transfer from New Mexico, followed Bryant Vincent from New Mexico. Again, ULM will remain in the pistol. Pop pass to Bibbs going to the opposite side. He'll get up to the 31-yard line. So a good run on first down, picking up 6.
And it looked like they're motioning that he fumbled. They're calling him down by contact there.
DeMarcus Hendricks came up holding his shoulder for Arkansas State. Hope he's okay. But again, that's a play that they ran earlier in this game, but also a play that went for a touchdown last week in El Paso.
And they're getting out leveraged. The Red Wolves are. They're putting them in motion. They're not really bumping over their leverage, so that play is going to be open unless they adjust.
Bibbs, a redshirt freshman out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, you can see he was definitely down by contact.
Armenta looking to throw once again. Under pressure, rolls up to the near side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, picks up a big hit on the play by number 22, Nigel Nelson, the freshman out of Pensacola. Leads the team in tackles. You saw Hawaii, Des. You are a former defensive player. That was a solid open field tackle by Nelson.
You definitely want to make them pay if they got the nerve to run on you. But you know what? Heads up play by Armenta to not force anything. Just throw a pick 6, take what you can get, but maybe get down before that.
Well, it's 3rd and 2 from their own 33. And we talked about how good ULM is running the football, Des. We've yet to see them with a traditional run so far in the first 2 drives.
Hang tight. You'll probably see it here. See if they hand it to Bam.
You see the 12 formation, Ryland Green, Nate Sullivan at tight end. You called it. Give to McReynolds. He'll pick up the first down and more. 2 guys had an opportunity. Those quick feet allow him to evade him and picks up a first down, the first down of the ball game for the Warhawks.
And Arkansas State's D coordinator's losing his mind. They had the numbers. They had good position, but that's when you call players, not plays. He definitely made it happen.
Arguably the best defensive player for Arkansas State star, A.G. McGee, from the star position, makes the tackle. Again, ULM will jump right back into that pistol formation from their own 39-yard line. Armenta the give coming to the near side. Good cutback, but at the line of scrimmage. Host of Red Wolves there. First one there, Trent Allen Yao. Had a sack last week versus Kennesaw State, the transfer out of App State. Only a yard.
He scored on that similar play last week. And you're going to see that's a rhythm play. They're going to have to run it over and over again and try to get a vibe.
As you see, Braylon McReynolds, 6.78 yards per carry. That's one of the best in the country, top 25, 3rd inside the Sun Belt Conference.
And he's, once again, a momentum back. You just got to get him his numbers. He'll crack one.
I believe Tyrell Reed, the transfer out of Arkansas, is checked into the backfield. He is to the left of Armenta. He'll put Godfrey in motion, looking to throw. Armenta rocks, throws. Ball is over the head of his intended receiver, Tyler Griffin.
Yeah.
Again, a little miscommunication looked like between Armenta and his wide receivers.
Already an adjustment for the Red Wolves. They've run that jet sweep motion a couple times and it's been zone. This time he was marked, it was man. They tried to run a slot fade. A little early contact there.
It was hit a little bit by Brandon Barnes. How much it threw off the route? Obviously the officials didn't think much.
If the ball was a little bit closer, he might have got a call there.
So 3rd and 9, and Des, this is not the position ULM's offense likes to be. They like to keep it within 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, so running the football is an option. At 3rd and 9, you'd assume they're going to pass it. They put Godfrey in motion. Armenta looking to throw. He does. Got a man over the middle, and it is knocked away. Good defense, and guess who was there first? A.G. McGee to knock it away.
Yeah, trying to hit Nate Sullivan there, and it was going to be a tight fit. You can say what you want about Aiden, but you can't say his confidence isn't there. There's triple coverage fit in a tight window, and you can argue he should have made that catch.
Yeah, and even if he does catch it, though, he probably would have been 2 or 3 yards short of the first down.
But that 3rd long was set up by Arkansas State winning first down and not letting them get any yards on that first down run.
Mackenzie Ryan, his first punt, the Australian punter for ULM, gets it off, one of the best inside the Sun Belt Conference. Ball brought in at the 22-yard line, up to the 25, cuts up to the 30, 35, 40. Good return for Arkansas State, but right now all Red Wolves after the return by Aaron Blomkus gives Arkansas State good. Up to the 44-yard line before a big open field tackle by Perkins McAllister.
And Coach Ernest Hill talked about the secondary having to be have the eye discipline, right? No, look at your work, which is what they got caught up looking in the backfield a couple times last week versus UTEP.
Held Rucker to 3 yards, and Des Rucker, traditionally a ULM killer through the years.
Yeah, and you've seen that pop pass for both teams now have success.
Rayner will remain in the gun most of the time. 2nd and 7 from their own 43-yard line, looking to throw. Rayner surveying the defense, throws. It is intercepted by ULM at the 40, up to the 45, close to the 48-yard line before he is knocked out of bounds. I believe that was Christopher Robinson, the transfer from East Central Community College, picking off Jalen Rayner. And again, both quarterbacks on their first drives, Des, throw picks.
Yeah, you got split safety look there. You just can't make that throw. He's trying to hit the over route. He's got to come all the way from the opposite side of the formation. He's marked the entire time. You just I don't know if you didn't see him, but both quarterbacks have made big mistakes here. Excellent job by ULM's defense to steal some momentum back from the Red Wolves.
So ULM set up with their best field position so far at their own 48-yard line after the interception by Christopher Robinson, his first of the season for the Warhawks. We'll see if ULM can take advantage of it. Arkansas State took advantage of their turnover in the first drive of the ball game. Of course, they had a pick 6, but ULM set up nicely around midfield.
Man, these rivalry games, man, you just never know what you're going to see.
Armenta in the gun, waiting for the snap, looking to throw off the play action. Is it a shot play? Nothing happened. He's going to take off. Got a man open. It is in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, number 8, Jonathan Bibbs.
Look, they're going to bring Bibbs from the opposite slot, shot play over route. He was trying to hit it. You had Nate running a spot route behind it, and he just missed the open window, maybe a little pressure, and then tried to hit him late.
Well, kudos to the offensive line. They certainly gave Armenta time.
And that's what's going to happen after a quick change. You're going to see an offensive coordinator and Vincent be aggressive and try to catch them while they're on their heels.
Zach Palmer-Smith is in at running back. He's a transfer out of Richmond, went for over 1,000 yards last year at the FCS level. Armenta looking to throw once again. Quarterback keep. He'll get close to midfield. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play.
And you know,
that was a design run the entire time, but good job by the Arkansas State front.
This is something new. This has got a completely different feel for it, the way Coach Vincent's calling this game right now. Definitely trying to go against some tendencies here. But good job by the Red Wolves defense of staying home, not getting up the field.
Pickup of just one. Chris Bodie was one of the first one there for Arkansas State. Again, Zach Palmer-Smith now will motion into the backfield. ULM seeing if they can take advantage of that interception by Robinson.
Changing the play here.
Armenta takes the snap. Good pickup by Palmer-Smith. Looking to throw, and it is incomplete. Just not even close to Jake Godfrey. Throw was low, and Armenta slow to get up. Flag on the play.
Late hit.
Yeah.
Roughing the pass.
He took a big hit.
Hung in there. He had double slants there, audibled at the line. They changed their splits.
Pressure was coming by Ethan Hassler.
There's no foul for roughing the passer. 4th down.
I didn't see how close it was, but
Good pressure by Arkansas State. So ULM not able to take advantage of Robin. Make the stop. First one in there was number 10, DeMarcus Hendricks. No gain on the carry. In fact, loss of 3.
11 tackles on the season. Trying to hit that split zone and just too much penetration there, inside move. And that's he's got 1 TFL in the year, now he has 2.
Well, he had 6 tackles last week in the loss to Kennesaw State. Transfer out of Texas A&M Kingsville. Again, this is what ULM offense doesn't want, to be behind the sticks where you have to throw the football.
And get this 5th-year senior. You got a couple 8-year seniors out there now.
Heavy package in the backfield for Armenta. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Under pressure. It is caught by Gottfried. Stays on his feet and picks up close to a first down. Actually, that's Brandon Buckhalter making the catch. His 2nd of the season.
Yeah, ULM going deep in the depth chart there. And just good time. He had a high-low concept, moving the pocket, a little pressure in his face, and able to deliver that ball still to make a 3rd shot.
So now it makes it 3rd and 1. And again, Burkhalter transfer out of Ole Miss. Coming into tonight, just 1 catch for 14 yards. That was last week in the game versus UTEP.
They're going to have to be able to hit a couple of those passes if Arkansas State's going to commit to stopping the run like they have been.
3rd and 1 for ULM at their 22-yard line.
Heavy.
Hunter Herring comes in, and Arkansas State was absolutely ready for it. When Herring comes to the game, most of the time he's in there to run the football, and Arkansas State read it.
Big time stop there by the Red Wolves. They come in with their heavy package, extra tight end, and he shoots the gap there.
Javante Mackey in there to make the stop. Transfer from Memphis. In fact, interesting story. Des, he was at Arkansas State 2 years ago. Transfers to Memphis, doesn't play, transfers back to Arkansas State this season. Again, good tackle on the play.
Sometimes the grass isn't green on the other side.
I know Arkansas State's glad to have him back. Mackenzie Ryan into punt once again. ULM could not convert on 3rd and 1. Fair catch brought in at the 38-yard line. So again, decent field position for Arkansas State.
Set up by that big-time 3rd and 1 stop by the defense. They're winning the turnover game. They were able to capitalize and get some points on the turnover. Now they're winning the field position game.
And we've talked about Arkansas State. Well, they struggle against the run. They didn't on that play. And we've seen Hunter Herring, 3rd and 1 is almost automatic for this team, and he lost yards on the play.
And he knew exactly what was coming when he saw that package come in. That's called film study. And now with these iPads, they know exactly how much film you watch it to the second.
1st and 10 for Arkansas State from their own 37-yard line, up 7-0. So far, the story of the defenses for both teams. Rayner looking to throw. He'll do it a lot. Ball caught. Close to a first down. It is a first down. It's Rucker inside ULM territory.
And just a comeback route. They ran something very similar on the drive before. They're seeing man coverage with a free safety over the top, timing route, and just have it, releasing it on time. And how about him trying to get jiggy at the end?
I like the little shimmy. And, of course, he's got two catches, 30 yards. He had 2 catches, 4 yards last week.
Hit him with the shoulder lean.
Now Arkansas State will go the pistol. Up 7-0 and now into ULM territory.
And if you look at the bottom, they have 3 defenders for 2 receivers at the bottom. Got the
motion out Clay. Give it to the USM transfer, and not much happening around the left side of that defense.
You got a little chess going on between the defense of adjusting, and then Jalen seeing it and making an adjustment as well himself.
Tay Woody transfer out of UAB making the stop. 6'4", 295 redshirt sophomore out of Welsh, Alabama, holding Arkansas State to just 1 yard.
So when you play teams like this, you got to earn the right to rush the passer by winning first down, which is what they did there.
2nd and 9 in ULM territory. Red Wolves up 7. Rayner play action. Rayner shot play. Down the post pattern, it is knocked away. Good defense. Looking for Rucker. And that was ULM's arguably best defensive back, Diarco Perkins McAllister.
Yeah,
good pressure and big hit.
And that's that big-time player they're adding on at the end. So, look, you have a safety over the top, and you have a slot person covering the slot. And I don't know why he threw the post. It was not there. He's being greedy is what's going on.
Well, you saw Kelby Holmes right in his face. Good on Rayner for hanging in the pocket and taking the hit, though. Big third down here, 3rd and 9 from the 47-yard line of the Warhawks. Rayner will throw.
Wow.
Good pressure. Evades it the first time, but he won't evade it the second and third time. There is a late flag, though, in the secondary. There's Noah Flemings with the sack, but what is the flag in the secondary? Hold on ULM's defense looks like.
And they were being very aggressive all across the board there. I saw somebody get jammed out of their shoes.
Holding. Defense.
So
21.
ULM gets a stop, but it is taken away
Automatic
on a
first
hold
down.
in the secondary.
And that is a killer. Third down efficiency for the defense is going to be a key for a victory here. You got to get off the field when you get the opportunity.
Jaron Esther called for the hold. Transfer from Harding. He is a Louisiana native, Donaldsonville, Louisiana. And that gives, instead, ULM's getting off the field. Now it's 1st and 10, Arkansas State from ULM's 37-yard line.
It's going to be a fun film study next week, Mike. Oh, excuse me.
I've been called worse.
I call high school football, too.
I know you do.
His name's Mike.
Quarterback keep by Rayner. And he will get up to the 34-yard line, pick up a 3. Mike's okay. I'm familiar with Mike.
But Sean, it's going to be a fun film study because that slot got jammed out of his shoes to play before.
2nd and 7. Arkansas State will look to go for some tempo. Rayner looking to throw once again. One-on-one coverage to the far side. Good defense. Really good coverage on the play by the ULM defensive back. That was 22, Jay Harper, freshman out of Valley High School and transfer out of Wisconsin.
I mean, and just textbook coverage he's going to get in phase, in his hip pocket, even got his head back for the ball, so they're going to allow that contact. He has a right to make a play on the ball there.
He was looking for Hunter Summers, who's coming off a monster game. 8 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown versus Kennesaw State last week.
Say what you want. Jalen Rayner's giving his receivers a chance for the ball, even when they're covered.
That's why he's one of the best quarterbacks in this league. Rayner on 3rd down. Again, a little miscommunication as he was looking for Benelli. No flag this time. It's decision time for Arkansas State. I believe they're going to send out Clune Van Andel, who certainly, he's got the leg for this.
And all of the possession changes we've seen, the turnovers, is still a one-possession game. So both teams still trying to establish here. This would be an opportunity to go up 2 scores for the Red Wolves and really kind of get some momentum going.
Van Andel 3 of 4 on the season, but 2 of 2 between 40 and 49 yards.
So 50-50. Huh?
This one from the left hash. Late substitution for ULM. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is also good. 51-yard field goal for Clune Van Andel. Made it look easy to give the Red Wolves a 10-point lead with 2:35 remaining here in the first quarter.
And way to cap off that drive with some points there. Really starting to establish dominance. If you're on the road, you're getting pick sixes. Defense is getting 3rd and 1 stops, and you're hitting 51-yarders. Gotta love it.
And I'm curious, Des, what Coach Jones is so upset about. Didn't see anything on the kick.
On the defense.
Illegal
That penalty is declined.
There it is.
Score is good.
It looks like he had to complain about it. Maybe he's seen it earlier. He's like, I shouldn't have to tell you about it.
Well, I did see somebody come in late for ULM, but didn't matter. Did not distract Clune Van Andel, who, again, 51-yarder, his longest on the season so far, and again gives the Red Wolves a 10-point cushion here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I had a coach to say, don't accept anything in the win you wouldn't accept in the loss. I guess Coach Jones is saying, we made the kick there, but what if we didn't?
Yep.
It's unacceptable.
Well, and Des, the overwhelming story this week, ULM fans are probably sick of hearing about it, is the streak.
Yeah.
Well, now you're down 10-0.
The only good news
It
with that
becomes
is
mental warfare now.
the only good
How
news
they
with that
bounce back. Yeah,
is it's early.
it's very early.
That's it. Yeah.
But I think it's critical for ULM to put a drive together here.
At this point, definitely. Last time they were put in a situation, the defense was able to get a turnover. So now it's on the offense to be able to try to snatch some momentum back.
Godfrey and McReynolds back deep to receive for ULM. Again, been impressed with Arkansas State's much maligned defense. And this is exactly what Coach Jones would want. Again, they've been outscored 61-25 in the first quarter so far this season. This is definitely breaking some tendencies.
Yeah, I wrote
their
that
best
down.
start. Yeah,
I wrote that down. Slow starter, better fourth quarter team. Not tonight.
ball will go in the end zone, and ULM will start at the 25-yard line. Again, Arkansas State struggles against the run, and ULM not really able to establish either the passing attack or the running attack so far.
So now it's gonna really come down to them. ULM's gonna have to establish the run here and to really kind of slow down the Red Wolf defense.
ULM just 34 total yards here with 2:35 remaining in the first quarter. Will start from their own 25-yard line. This is, again, the opposite of the slow starts for Arkansas State, exactly what Coach Jones wanted. He said they're a work in progress when we talked to him 2 days ago. Armenta gives to Palmer Smith. Palmer Smith lowers his shoulder and drags Red Wolf defenders up to the 32-yard line. Pick up a 7 on the play.
Yes, indeed. And Braden Barnes tried to come in. Well, he did come in from his star position, and man, he took a load from Barnes.
Officials, timeout.
And that might be Barnes who's down right now.
Check out this impact. Yeah, he was definitely the nail, not the hammer there, unfortunately.
So good run to make it 2nd and 3. And Zach Palmer Smith's best carry of the ball game. In fact, that's the best carry of the ball game so far for ULM, period.
And that's going to be the MO of this offense, is being able to come out, pick up chunks on first down to put you in 2nd and medium, and that's what opens up their offense to get the tight ends involved.
Of course, Barnes is a sophomore out of Dallas, Texas, Skyline High School.
And luckily, Barnes is up there. He looked like it was just a little stinger there.
You follow high school football, Skyline's one of the power programs in the state of Texas.
So used to winning. But yeah, as I was saying, like for them to get their offense really clicking, they're gonna have to win first down and pick up at least 4 yards on first down to open up their offense.
Well, they picked up 6 on the first.
Now it opens up the play action, opens up the shot.
You're in front of the sticks. That opens up everything.
Yeah.
2nd and 4 from their own 32-yard line. Armenta will put a man in motion. That's Bibbs. Gives it to him once again. Coming to the near side. Got to the corner, and he will pick up a first down.
Now on the stat sheet,
that's Burkhalter again.
Yeah, on the stat sheet, that's a pass, but really that's a run. That's their outside run.
Technically a pass, but yes, that's absolutely a run. And Burkhalter picks up the first down for ULM. He's been more active the last couple weeks.
And if you see Nate Sullivan out there, he got called for a holding on a very similar block earlier. That it's really subjective.
And ULM fans know this, but for Arkansas State fans listening, ULM is still part of the reasons they've been struggling in the passing game. Des, they've been without 2 of their best wide receivers so far this season. One, Nick Trujillo, a transfer from Mexico, should be back next week versus Northwestern.
Yeah, 6'3", 210-pounder.
Arkansas State was ready for that carry by Zach Palmer Smith. Nigel Nelson in there once again, one of the first, and Ethan Hassler, the 2 white jerseys first to meet Palmer Smith in the backfield.
Now there's so much pressure on this 2nd down play.
Now you're behind the sticks.
Yeah. Off schedule.
But it's so important to win first down.
And the difference between getting, a 1-yard loss and 3 yards is so much more than 4. I'm telling you, it changes the whole face of the drive.
Kind of a muddle huddle for ULM from their own 44-yard line, trailing by 10. Armenta in the pistol. Now he'll put his tail back to the left of him, sitting side saddle. Armenta fakes to Reed. Nothing happening. Scrambles out to the right. Just has to throw it away. Good coverage by Arkansas State.
There was a lot going on there. Tried to take a shot, tried to fake the screen outside, and wanted to throw the fade behind it, but Arkansas State was ready for it.
And this is not the position ULM wants to be in, 3rd and long.
I don't think it's any position anybody want to be in. Well, some offense is a little bit better. They don't mind it.
And again, I'm curious, Des, how much we're going to see Dorian Lewis, who little banged up, but he had a big game last week, 72-yard run versus UTEP. We've yet to see him. We have seen Tyrell Reed. He's in the backfield now, transfer from Arkansas.
Definitely going to have Dorian on the pitch count.
3rd and 11 for Armenta.
Split safeties, middle's going to be open.
It is tipped and incomplete.
Yep, trying
Good
to throw
coverage
the
by
corner.
Arkansas State.
Sorry, I'm trying to throw the corner out there. They got a great defense for that. The safeties is wide.
And I think it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, Des.
Yeah.
Didn't see who got his hand up, but it was definitely tipped by a defensive lineman. And
it was going to be
he
tough.
had a guy open, but it was, again, good job by this Arkansas State defense. Much maligned so far, playing extremely well here in the first quarter.
And just keep an eye. When they win first down, they tend to get ULM off the field 2 plays later.
Yep, Blanc is back to receive. The punt from Mackenzie Ryan. He'll call for the fair catch and bring it into the 24-yard line. 33 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, big drive here. But, now they got an opportunity to go up 3 scores. And that starts to change the face of the game a little bit.
ULM, nothing happening offensively through the first 15 minutes. Last drive for Arkansas State, 7 plays, ended with a field goal, 51-yarder. Rayner back to operate his offense from his own 24.
Now they've been throwing the comeback here on first down early in these drives.
Rayner takes the snap. Quick throw out to Spencer. Looking for a block. He is knocked down at the 28-yard line. Good open field tackle by the Warhawks.
And just trying to get the ball there to your running back.
Troy
and
makes the hit.
Excellent to transition there and get off a block there by the corners.
12 seconds left here in the first quarter, and I think we're going to let it go. Looks like they're not going to get a playoff, Des, with 7 seconds left.
Nah, they're going to take it.
Well, Arkansas State's defense, the story, holding ULM to just 53 yards in the first quarter, plus a pick 6, sees Arkansas State up 10 after 1. To get open, make a play, and into ULM territory. With so much people focusing on Rucker, it's opened things up for Cobb this season.
Yeah, and he's like Cheetah, like Tyreek Hill. He's a big shot play guy.
Rayner to Spencer. Spencer with a good first down carry.
And notice anytime they get anytime they get a big play, they're coming back quick with tempo after it. Try to take advantage of the defense being on their heels.
Well, you're already in Van Kloon field goal territory now, especially what we saw after his first
kick.
to
the night, right?
Yeah. Excuse me, Van Andel, Kloon Van Andel. Yeah, pistol formation for Rayner.
Cobb's a home run hitter. He had a 98-yard return last week.
Yeah. Explosive player. Got a couple explosive players on the outside. Rayner swamped under and sacked, and there won't be a flag there. Dylan Howell with his second sack of the season. Back-to-back weeks, had one last week versus UTEP, and that's exactly what the Warhawk defense needed.
I think he heard my coaching last. I talked about it earlier. He spun out of the play on Dylan last drive. He got that pressure. This time he took an upfield rush, stayed on his upfield shoulder to spin. It didn't work.
So this is 3rd and 19. You see some wholesale substitutions coming from this ULM defense, and you cannot give up a first down on 3rd and 19 if you're Bryant Vincent and Ernest Hill's defense.
Right now, the Red Wolves are winning the 3rd down battle. Here's an opportunity to steal some momentum back for the Warhawks.
3rd and 19, Rayner all alone, empty set. Under pressure once again, it's sacked on back-to-back plays.
Javonte Wells there coming off the edge.
Javonte Wells with his first sack of the season. So back-to-back sacks for ULM give the Warhawk defense some momentum.
And that is exactly what the doctor ordered if you're a Warhawk fan there. They're winning. They didn't have to bring pressure. That's just big-time rushing there from Billy Pullen and Javonte Wells.
Yeah, that's your two ends making plays.
And that's a game changer if you don't have to add on an extra defender to get pressure.
Jake Godfrey back to receive for ULM, standing on his own 21-yard line.
Opportunity here to flip the field for ULM.
Waller's got a long of 57 for Arkansas State, so he's got a big leg. Good punt there. Ball will hit, and a good bounce inside the 20-yard line. But ULM's defense gets back-to-back sacks. Finally, a little momentum on the team from Monroe's side, but still trailed by 10 with 12:28 remaining in the first half.
Holding. During the kick, number 16 of the receiving team. Half the distance from the end of the kick, 1st and 10.
Arkansas State with a 10-0 lead over the home standing Warhawks. But there's a little life by ULM's defense. Back-to-back sacks once Arkansas State got into ULM territory.
Yeah, and opportunity here to steal that momentum back if you're the Red Wolves defense, having them pinned back here. But the running game is going to have to dig them out of this hole if anything's going to happen.
Yeah, again, ULM 197 yards rushing per game. That is their strength. That's 26th in the country, but Arkansas State, who struggles against the run, has done great so far here in the first half. Give to Bam McReynolds. He'll change that, change the direction. 20, 25, lowers his shoulder down to the 32-yard line, and right on cue, big run for the Warhawks.
And that's like the engine that drives it. It's outside zone. He's going to press it, play side hard, let everybody overcommit, and he's going to stick his foot in the ground, like everybody loves to say, and cut it right back all the way to the backside. You got to stay home if you're that backside end. And good job there by A.G. McGee to adjust to make that play.
But it was all about that cutback. A lot of green turf, it's grass, but green turf in front of him.
Yeah.
Best play of the game so far for the ULM offense up to the 31-yard line. Armenta gives it back to Bam, and Bam will get up to the 35-yard line.
And now they're starting to build again. They're going to run GT, guard and tackle. They're going to pull from the backside and lead block for him. Front side's going to block down, and he hits it 5 yards here. Now you have an opportunity to take a shot.
Zach Palmer-Smith checks back in at tailback for ULM.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see that pop pass again, but they're going to probably keep him on the ground.
Look, if you're starting to build some momentum in the run game, might as well keep feeding these backs. They'll put a man in motion. Yeah, that's what they've done so far. Give to Pump. Armenta looking to throw. Got a man open. It is caught by Tyler Griffin. He's got the first down and more. Cross midfield. Drags a couple Red Wolf defenders up to the 49-yard line. And Tyler Griffin picks up a first down.
And now you got that defense guessing. You run a jet sweep motion, flex split zone, get them in space, high-low option.
Isn't it amazing when you get the running game going how much it opens up the rest of your offense?
Takes a lot of stress off of your offensive coordinator, I'll tell you that.
And he actually had Julian Nixon open as well, so he had some options out there. Griffin, a transfer out of Central Florida 2 seasons ago.
Nixon actually had to get out the way.
Yeah. Get out there and start blocking. So ULM in Arkansas State territory put Bibbs in motion. Gives to Bibbs on the jet sweep. Actually, Armenta keeps it. Great job of faking it to Bibbs. We've seen him get it a few times the last couple weeks, and Armenta brings it up to the 44-yard line.
Had a body part on the ground. Second down.
Ball popped out. Red Wolves thought they had another turnover.
Nigel Nelson's like, I got the football, but
he's down.
Armenta was down.
And that's just a power read there.
But pick up a 4.
He can hand it off on the jet sweep, but he ran power behind it. And you know what? We always talk about Hunter Herring. Armenta say he can get jiggy too inside.
And we've seen him first game against St. Francis had a long touchdown run. ULM looking to get back into this game, trailing 10-0, under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. 12 personnel. Armenta, Palmer-Smith along the left side, cuts back inside, stays on his feet. Wow. Make it something out of nothing, and Des was about 2.5 yards short, maybe 3 of the first down, but again, there was nothing happening initially.
And Palmer-Smith, that's contact balance, that's that weight room program on, but I'm noticing that the Red Wolves are really starting to overflow, and that backside is open. Look, everybody's committing to play side. You have to stay home if you're that backside defender.
A couple missed tackles. Javante McKee was one of them. 3rd and 3 for the Warhawks from the 41-yard line of Arkansas State.
Look for a reverse if they keep reflowing like that. Reflowing.
Another man in motion. Armenta keeps again. Armenta's got the first down. Armenta gets down to the 32-yard line. First down at ULM, and Armenta getting a little momentum going with his legs here on this drive.
And I said look for the reverse. That's similar to that motion. You run a jet sweep motion there, run power read behind it. You get the safeties to flow out there with the jet sweep.
And you see a little energy.
Yeah, and notice that guard's pulling. You're running QB power behind it, essentially.
Armenta let him know it's a first down. Brings up 1st and 10 from Arkansas State's 32-yard line. Best drive of the game so far for ULM. Armenta from the pistol, looking to take a shot. He will. Single coverage. Just a little too much juice on it for his intended receiver, Burkhalter.
Yeah, if he looks backside, he's got Jake Godfrey. They run 2 slot fades. Jake Godfrey had a better shot at it.
Well, Des, you don't win first down there. Now you're 2nd and 10, and this has kind of been the bugaboo for ULM so far this game. You'd think they'd have to get at least 5 or 6 to get them into 3rd and short.
Yeah, but they're
That's
probably
when they've been at their best.
They've had success on the power read and the jet sweep motion here, and also when they run the play action with the jet sweep motion to get them in the flats.
And you start to wonder. I mean, I know it's just 2nd down, but maybe is it thinking about if they gain some kind of yards 4 down territory as they put Godfrey in motion from right to left. He's in the slot. Armenta looking to throw once again. He does. Takes another shot, and it is not even close to his intended receiver. I don't know if he cut off his route.
No, he was trying to get a penalty. He was trying to. That's when you say, hey, look, man, you know you want to get the you're trying to draw the penalty. It was contact there, but you can't cut your route off.
Yao and Barnes were the closest ones to the football, and if you're ULM, those are guys wearing white jerseys.
He was hoping the rest would bail him out. It was a lot of contact there, and you made a comment about would they go for it. With it being a 2-possession game, it's more about possessions. If they got a shot to cut it to 1 possession, they take the point.
Well, Luke Stagg has been kicking much better since the opener versus St. Francis. Coming off his best game as a Warhawk last week versus UTEP.
Confidence.
Puts a man in motion. Armenta, quick throw. That's out to Reed. Reed lowers his shoulder. Picked up positive yardage, got close to the 25-yard line, but well short of the first down. And a late flag.
On ULM sideline, that's not a good look, not a good sign. But how confident are they in Luke Stagg? Because that play call would say they were trying to get in a better field goal range.
Picked up 6 on the play.
Looks like it's going to be on the Red Wolves.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 0.
Big break for
After
ULM.
this is to go, automatic first down.
Now's penalty will give ULM a first down inside the red zone where they are 100% so far this season.
They get in the end zone when you give them an opportunity. And if you're a Red Wolf, if you're on the your interior lineman said, dude, we're off the field. You can't stand over the man, even for a second.
Those are the things that drive coaches crazy. Like, you're done. You've done your job, and now you've given them a free first down.
Can't happen.
I can imagine Red Wolves fans are furious over that, and I can't blame them.
At the very least, you guaranteed a field goal.
Godfrey in motion. Armenta going to keep it, looking for a block. Nothing happened, and Nigel Nelson was there to make the stop. Pickup of 2.
This time they adjust to that power read, but it's kind of becoming a staple here in the ULM offense.
It is 2nd and only a pickup of 1. 2nd and 9 from the 12. As ULM looks to cut into this Arkansas State lead. Red Wolves still lead by 10. First time ULM's really been able to do anything this game against this Arkansas State defense, who again was the story of the first quarter.
It looks like Coach Vincent has found some things that he finally found something he likes.
Armenta looking to throw once again. Got a man towards the sidelines, and that is Rico Powers, the transfer from Jackson State. Picked up 3.
And it's going to put him in a 3rd and manageable. Taking a look at the slot fade, it wasn't there.
11-play drive so far for ULM. So far, have covered 80 yards.
So what do you like here if you're Coach Vincent? You've been having success keeping the ball in Armenta's hands and getting them moving the pocket with that jet sweep motion.
Well, then we've seen a lot of motion so far. Right now, he's got. Well, he had twin backs, but he put them both out wide. I think that's Hunter Herring in the slot.
He got motion back. Nope.
He's actually looking for Herring. Armenta dancing, continues to dance, looking for something. Armenta, a magician, throws back in the end zone, caught, touchdown, but a flag on the play. There's 2 flags.
In the end zone, though, in the area of holding.
But a magician, the wizard, Aiden Armenta.
To Julian Nixon, just making himself available, buying time.
But will it stand?
Just judging by the area, it looks like
Big
it's going to
play.
be holding.
Defense.
There it is.
Touchdown.
Number 6. That penalty is declined. Results of the play, touchdown.
How about Aiden Armenta keeping the drive alive, the play alive, and the presence to find his receiver in the back of the end zone?
Just some backyard football there. Buying time. Looked like he wanted to find Hunter Herring. Wasn't there. And then it's just scramble drill at that point. And it's impossible to cover that long if you're a DB.
I'm sure the Sun Belt Conference will be tweeting/Xing that play out soon. Great play by Armenta. Kick is up, kick is true, and it is a brand new ball game here at Monroe as Aiden Armenta, AKA on this play, the Wizard, able to keep this drive alive. Not a lot happening. He keeps it alive, keeps his eyes downfield, and he's got his receiver, Nixon, for 6.
Finest guy. Didn't know throwing it back against his body to the inside late, but hey, what do you have to lose?
10-7 Red Wolves and a squib kick.
Points.
Ball's on the ground, picked up at the 20, 25, up to the 26-yard line. Tackle on the play for ULM. Number 10, Kelby Holmes. We come back. We get to see Jalen Rayner in the Red Wolves offense once again. Catch by Rucker.
Yeah, just a lot of eye candy up top. You go with 4 receivers up top. You're just trying to isolate a one-on-one slant opportunity at the bottom of the screen for the.
You could tell on that play with those hands why he is the leading receiver in Arkansas State history. Good throw, better catch. Give is to Clay. Nothing happening on the right side. Left side of the ULM defense, and Dylan Howe as well as Cliff Mosley in there to make the stop. Just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Dylan is having a sneaky, very good game so far. Been making himself known on the pass and the run.
Dylan Howe having one of his better games so far, but again, he's played a lot of good football in his career. The senior out of Mansfield here at ULM. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 2nd and 10. As the Red Wolves on their own 40-yard line.
We're going to have to teach him how to swim, though.
Rayner, again, got a man open. It is caught down to the 39-yard line. That's his roommate, Chauncey Cobb, who is absolutely electric. As you mentioned earlier this year, Des had a 100-yard kickoff return against Arkansas.
And just great. That ball was thrown before he was even out of into his break. Definitely
Troy with the stop. Now into ULM territory at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Rayner with Clay to his right in the backfield. Rayner gets the snap.
Got somebody in the flats, wide open.
Screen to 17. That is his tight end, Jabari Bush. He'll pick up 5.
And right now they're starting. They got the momentum. They took the back and swung him into the. There was a little miscommunication on the back end there for ULM. Nobody covered the back in the flats.
Tight end screen to Jabari Bush, the redshirt freshman out of Katy, Texas, had 2 catches last week against Kennesaw. As Arkansas State looks to answer the touchdown drive by ULM.
Checking off at the moment.
Rayner looking to throw again. Blitz coming. Able to get out of it and make something out of nothing. Clay, I mean, minimal gain, but that was going to be a big sack, and Rayner able to stay on his feet and at least get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up 1.
Yeah, remember that play? They brought edge pressure, and Rayner's able to stand in there and get rid of it. That is a huge difference. Instead of 3rd and 11 or 12, you got 3rd and 6.
Cam Canterbury was coming from his corner blitz, not able to bring Rayner down, and Rayner at least gets positive yardage on the play. 3rd and 11.
6.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at you're right. They changed it from 3rd and 11 to 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard. Rayner steps up, throws. Looking for, that was Bush once again, and knocked away. Canterbury knocks it away, and it's 4th down. Do they send out the field goal unit, or do they go for it?
And he had him on the corner. He's
a
little underthrown there, and good recovery there by Canterbury.
Rayner's in the offense, staying out there right now for 4th down. Can ULM's defense get a stop? It is 4th and 7. Arkansas State from their own from the ULM 36-yard line.
Yeah, you kind of in no man's lane here if you're the Red Wolves, so definitely go.
Big play for both teams with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Rayner under pressure, steps up, got a man. It is
dropped.
Is it Benelli or was it incomplete?
That was Gotzi Jr. there.
Gotzi able to knock it away for Benelli. I mean, that was a tight throw by Rayner.
First and 10.
Benelli with a great effort, but an even better job by the ULM defense.
And had to
that
happen.
was a tight throw and knocked away by Gotzi.
Gotzi turned into the receiver there. He undercut it, which they say if you're going to do that, you better make the play.
So ULM's defense gets the stop, and they'll get the ball back with 2:54 remaining in pretty good field position on their own 36-yard line.
And now this is a go-ahead scoring drive opportunity for ULM. Momentum starting to shift a little bit. Neither team really has really grabbed the reins of this game.
Well, an opportunity now for ULM after getting that stop on 4th down. 2:54 remaining here in the first half. Armenta motions McReynolds from the pistol. Side saddle to him. Play action pass. Armenta again keeping the play alive with his feet. Again, that's been the strength of Aiden Armenta so far today. Des is just being able to keep things alive.
Yeah, and they were just testing the eye discipline there of the defense. They run the power, the same power read. Look, they're going to pull the backside guard, fake the power, and trying to take a shot behind it. He actually
picked up 3.
He had J.P. Coulter flash across the screen there on the dig, but the pressure had got to him by then.
A little too late. Late substitution for ULM. Bam McReynolds back into the ball game at tailback. 2nd and 7. They'll send Bibbs in motion. Give to McReynolds. Up the middle. Nothing happening. 1 or 2.
But that interior line they're doing a good job of starting to establish a push up front for the Warhawks. To set up a third
Simeon
medium.
Mitchell was right there. 6'3", 291. Actually a transfer from McNeese.
Oh, yeah?
2-minute
Oh,
timeout.
yeah.
Go Pokes.
Something about a McNeese, right? You know something about it. ULM facing a 3rd and 5 from their own 41, trailing by 3 when we come back. What happens on this play? I believe if they pick up a first down, they'll probably go a little more tempo. Armenta in the pistol. 2 receivers down to the near side. Now they put McReynolds to the right of Armenta. He'll roll right. Quick throw caught by Griffin. Griffin slips inside the numbers and picks up a first down. And now we might see a little bit more tempo, Des, from this ULM offense, although they do have 3 timeouts.
And you're starting to see Griffin use that 6'4", 210-pound body on the comeback.
ULM, first timeout.
And he is
First
the
half.
biggest
30
receiver on this
seconds.
team, 6'4", 210, redshirt junior out of Statesboro, Georgia, and transferred in last season from Central Florida.
And that's just taking what the defense gives you. They're running a pretty heavy box there, so it's going to be one-on-one on the outside. That's opened up by the run.
And it has kind of been a tale of 2 quarters so far in the first half. First quarter, Des dominated by Arkansas State, but things have changed here in the second.
And you're starting to kind of see them come back to baseline, what the regression to the means and the average. We said that ULM's going to need their rushing yards, right?
I was told there was going to be no math.
Well, like, you're starting to see that this defense that was doing very well for the Red Wolves is starting to have some porous holes, and also the rushing that Arkansas State has struggled with. They're at -5 rushing yards right now for the game.
So the things we talked about pregame are starting to come to fruition right now. 1st and 10, ULM from the Arkansas State 37. Armenta in the pistol, at least for now. Takes the snap. Looking to throw, got a man deep. That's Jake Godfrey wide open. Touchdown, diving catch by number 2, Jake Godfrey. Those are the two teammates from New Mexico who transferred with Bryant Vincent here to ULM. What a throw. Better catch by number 2. Back-to-back weeks. Jake Godfrey with a big touchdown. It gives ULM the lead.
I'm going to go to that man again. Godfrey is becoming that guy. He established himself as the #1 target during the spring. They run the scissors concept, and it's just perfectly ran and executed, and he dropped it in the bucket. How about that, Aiden Armenta?
Great throw by Armenta. Better catch by Jake Godfrey. Using every bit of that 5'8" frame to get the football.
Middle 8. And talk about a way to snatch momentum from a game that's kind of been floundering back and forth.
And the extra point wasn't pretty, but it is good. And ULM has taken a 14-10 lead with 46 seconds left here in the first half. Des, you can't draw that up any better.
No, and it's just a matchup nightmare as well. If you're a Red Bull fan, to see it, the speedy Godfrey get put on that safety like that. And just by alignment, the way they're playing, they have to respect the run. It's going to be that opportunity is going to come open.
And that happened against Brandon Graham, who's got the pick 6 for Arkansas State.
So you know what? You took one and you gave one. So you know he's even for the day.
You got to have a short memory as a defensive back.
And that boundary safety, they definitely like him more in run support. So look for them to try to create that matchup once again.
Certainly got that south end zone squad fired up, as well as the student section, as ULM has taken their first lead of the ball game, 14-10 with 46 seconds left here in the first half.
And how about starting the game, getting punched in the mouth, pick 6, not being able to run the ball, and just, staying in it. Now we got us a game.
Another squib kick. Right in at the 20, up to the 25, up to the 30, up to the 35, up to the 40. So good field position for Arkansas State after the return. And Des, with Jalen Renner, 3 timeouts and 40 seconds left, they can at least try to get this thing into field goal range.
That's an eternity for Jalen Renner, especially with this pass-happy offense.
That was Cedric Hawkins on the return, backup running back out of Stuttgart, Arkansas. Gets them up to the 41-yard line. And
now you're starting to develop some tendencies. They've started drives with dropping Rayner back and letting them throw a comeback or a hitch. Let's see if they kind of stick to that MO.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. With 3 timeouts, you'd have to expect Arkansas State to be aggressive.
Got the nickel package in.
Rayner from the screen, caught by Rucker across midfield. And
guess what it was?
Did he step out of bounds? Nope, didn't.
And guess what it was? That's how they started the drive. They're running about a 10, 12-yard curl route there, and it's been open. That's how they've started the drive. Now they got a little momentum.
And Rucker gets a ripped jersey out of it, but he also gets a first down. And again, plenty of time left to get in the field goal range. And again, all 3 timeouts after he got out of bounds. Rayner looking to throw once again as expected.
He's open.
Drops, and it just dropped by Rucker.
And so,
which you don't see very often, but I wanted the ball a few seconds sooner.
They were in man coverage on the opposite side, so it had been ran off. They took him and run a drive route, shallow cross. He's wide open the entire time, but Rayner wanted the deep shot, and then he checked it down.
Yeah, ULM catches a break, too, because if he hits him in stride coming across the middle, he might still be running.
He's going to get at least a field goal range.
27 seconds left in the half. Rayner puts Spencer in motion. Gives it to him. Long handoff. And he is going to go out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. Short at the 39. So gain of 7. And he gets out of bounds to keep those timeouts.
You just slant flat. They're going to run double slant and then take him into the flats to run off the coverage. And a very safe route because they know he's going to get out of bounds at the very least.
And again, Devin Spencer, very good receiver out of the backfield for Arkansas State. 3rd and 5 from the 41. Rayner takes the snap. Looking, still looking, going to take off. And it got tackled by the turf monster, and also saw number 20, Jyron Esther, coming in. And what does Arkansas State do here with 14 seconds left on the 4th and 5?
Arkansas State. This is their first time out of the first half. 30 seconds.
So that's a 3-man front. And you're going to notice this hold there on Dylan Howell, who's had a heck of a night. But you know what you haven't noticed? A lot of running from Rayner.
Yeah, and it almost looked like he was hesitant. It looked like he had a hole, but just was hesitating to do it, which is kind of unlike him.
He really wanted that deep shot is what it was. But you almost have to punt here.
Do you?
But
I mean, this is. I mean, 4th and 5.
If you don't get it, you give ULM the ball back with an opportunity to,
They need about 20 yards with 14 seconds left. You think they at least kill 5 or 6 seconds running a play?
You're starting to change my mind here.
Well, they're in no man's land, time-wise and where they are on the field.
So where you drop them back, say if it ain't there.
I'm thinking, they're going to try to find something for a first down, because if you get a first down, you're in field goal range.
Once again, they like 7 on the comeback here.
But also dangerous weapons in Benelli and Cobb.
Now we're
Timeout ULM.
So Coach Vincent sees that. He's manned up.
ULM, this is their second timeout in the first half.
You've got
30 seconds.
You have 7 lined up on top of Diarco Perkins McAllister, and that's been a matchup we've seen all night. They moved Diarco from the star position. He was playing star. They actually recruited him as a corner, so he's going back to his natural position. But right now, 7 has been getting the best there. That's Corey Rucker, which is, nobody special, just the leading FBS receiver.
Yeah, and best in Arkansas State's history.
Yeah.
And again, when he sees ULM on the jersey, he tends to go off.
Yeah. It's money night. So you can't blame Diarco Perkins. That's a tough ask to man him up.
But to answer your question, Des, if Arkansas State throws an incomplete pass, ULM can throw a pass or two themselves to get into field goal range.
They probably have one. You're right. They're going to take 4 seconds off this clock at least.
Rayner will spread out his wide receivers, takes the snap. 12 seconds. Looking, throwing, caught. In stride, 30, 25, 20, and they're definitely in field goal range with 7 seconds left. Do you risk running one more play with 7 seconds
They run
left?
mesh. They know that ULM's in man.
And that's
run
Cobb.
Run Cobb on the cross, and it's going to create a natural rub, which is exactly what happened. They're going to run another play.
Yeah, they are. Again, they do have 2 timeouts with 7 seconds left.
Please set the game clock to 8 seconds.
Oh, every second matters now.
Absolutely. When you get under a minute, it's seconds, not yards that you're worried about.
Eight seconds left. Rayner going end zone. Rayner looking for Rucker. It is caught out of bounds.
They're going to call OPI. They might call OPI. He pushed off.
But there's 4 seconds left, so either way, if it's on ULM, there it is.
Wow.
You'd think they're going to kick a field goal.
Well, if we see the replay, I saw Rucker extend, but maybe he had to extend because there was some holding there from Diarco.
Pass interference, defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
But still, 4 seconds, the field goal unit's coming on.
So Arkansas State, on the good return, is able to come down because you start on your own 41-yard line to potentially kick a field goal to make this a 1-point game.
That was
going
DPI.
into the locker room.
Yeah, that was DPI. Diarco came over and forced him out of bounds. Which better to do that than give up a potential back shoulder touchdown.
Clune Van Andel, again, 4 of 5 this season, hit a 51-yarder. This is a chip shot compared to that. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is blocked. So ULM special teams comes up on a big play to end the half.
Special teams.
There's 3 phases of the game, and special teams comes through for ULM.
It hit his own guy, Sean, it looks like. It looked like
kick was so low, he hits it in the back of 79.
Penetration set that up.
Yeah.
They stood him up in the middle. And
I think that was Dylan Howell who blocked into 79, Baker North.
And it was Dylan Howell and Cliff Mosley in the middle there that came and pushed him up. And way to end the half there for the Warhawks to win that middle 8.
Well, this first half, it was a tale of 2 quarters. First quarter, all Arkansas State. Second quarter, all ULM. Warhawks up 14-10 at the half here in the first Rice Bowl rivalry in Monroe.
I mean, talk about changing that. 2 picks by both teams. Started off with a pick 6, got to pick yourself. Start to establish a little bit of dominance for the
Rucker. Funtroy, and a number of ULM defenders in there to slow him up. I was wondering if they were going to blow the whistle, but ULM all over that play against Rucker. That might be the first negative play Rutgers ever had against ULM.
Right. You had Funtre, Cavante Wells is out there, and that's just good reading. And so they normally start with a hitch or a comeback. To Rucker, they start this time with a swing route to him.
2nd and 13. Well, again, almost an extension of the run game. 2nd and 13. Rayner in the gun. He's going to roll out to his right, looking towards the sideline. Now looks across the field. He's going to take off, and his best run of the night. Stays on his feet. Took a big hit.
Smoked by Carl Funtroy.
Funtroy, the transfer out of UAB. A little remember me shot for Rayner, but he did pick up 8 on the carry.
And he's very hesitant to run so far tonight. He had green grass for days. And if you get smoked like that, that'll make me hesitate too.
That was a big hit. 3rd and 5.
Real route.
Got a man open. That's his roommate Cobb right at the stick. He might be just short. Depends on the spot from the far side official, Des.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but
it's very close.
They've liked Cobb running those crossing routes from the backside of the formation. They ran a real route with the back.
They're saying he's short. Chauncey Cobb, yeah, his roommate. 4th and inches. Offense staying on the field.
You know what? It's a very short. I agree with the call. Here,
dangerous play though, but. Look, this is me not being a coach. I hate being in the gun in situations
just ball key is what you're going to say here. Watch the freeze call. Nope.
Rayner to Spencer, or that's Clay. He does get the first down. Needed 1, got 3. Still moving the pile.
Just split zone, and they're telling your offensive line, go get us a yard. And that's exactly what happened.
So taking a chance, going for it on your own territory, 4th and 1, ends up getting 4 on the carry.
If they're able to get points here, remember that play.
So Butch Jones aggressive here in the first drive of the 3rd quarter, picks up a first down near midfield at their own 42-yard line.
Also flips the field for you if you have to punt.
Tyler Fortenberry, the tight end, in motion. Now he's, again, lined up in that tight end H-back position. Rayner under pressure by Fleming. Ball is tipped in the air. I think, Des, that's an incomplete pass, but are they letting the play go? It looks like they're letting the play go.
Yeah, it's better to let it go, and they'll review it and fix it if it was a forward pass. But
how about that? Yeah, I was watching the far side official, and he never blew the whistle.
Moving on the field is an incomplete pass.
Yeah. Well, expedited review.
Moving on the field is an incomplete pass, 2nd down.
That was a very dramatic pause for an incomplete pass.
But look at this closing speed there. His hand was able to just push that ball forward at the end. He definitely.
Well, Fleming is 6'4", 250.
Yeah, NFL player.
Yeah, he looks the part. Des, that's an. And again, we'll go to our first replay of this ball game.
Was it an empty hand that came forward? Did he not have control over it when he pushed that ball forward? That's what they're going to be looking for. Because if that ball is just in his hand and he pushes it forward, he doesn't have control, that's fumble.
Well, again, I'm not trying to criticize the officials, but I was watching the side judge on the Arkansas State side, and that's where the ball landed, and I kept waiting for him to blow the whistle for the incomplete pass. He never did. Then ULM picks up the football, and everybody's running the other sideline. Then he finally blows the whistle and says incomplete pass. So that was kind of the confusing part.
Definitely weird, but they're going to err on letting the play go there because they can clean it up in post, as they would say. But that looked like fumble.
That is extremely close.
Check it out. Now, let's see. Does he have control of that ball when the ball's moving forward is what they're looking for. Is it controlled?
And then this Fleming push
Ball's
it
out. Ball's out. Like, look at the ball in his hand. There's no control when it moves forward.
This is interesting play coming up. Interesting call. ULM could have the football up 4 in Arkansas State territory if it's a fumble.
Was his hand moving forward before he lost control? It's very close. It looked like it started. It had just started to move forward there.
I'm going to take the easy way out, and I usually leave this up to the guys in the booth who get paid to do it.
And all it has to do is start to move forward before he loses control. And it looked like from this angle here, his hand was moving
But how
forward.
about the pressure by Dylan Howe's having himself a heck of a game. And then Noah Flemings, who I don't know if Coach has taught more in our production meetings this year defensively than Noah Flemings. I mean, he is his first year at ULM, and he's just built differently.
This might be his first and only year at ULM.
Well, that's the era we live in college athletics.
Absolutely. He's an NFL frame with NFL speed. And the way he closed, he's an add-on blitzer there. He dropped back, saw that there was a daylight, and he took it. And this is going to be a close call and a game-changing call.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you could set ULM up in great field position, already with the lead.
To go up 2 possessions.
As we wait the call.
And we meet every game with the official reviewers.
They're great. Yeah.
Great guys. I don't envy their job right now. And
they're very thorough and explain things to us. It's nice pre-production.
Is that hand moving forward?
Well, it looks like Fleming hit the football
before it started moving forward?
as it's moving.
If it's simultaneous, they're probably going to err on forward pass.
Extremely close, major call here to start the second half.
And the reason they let it go, because if it does turn out to be a fumble, they want the defense to be able to cover it and show clear possession. And what if you pick it up and take it to the house, but they blow it dead? Then they blew that.
As you said, err on the side of caution, but obviously a lot to look at here. Certainly, you see some excitement from ULM sideline. They feel pretty optimistic about this.
Well, the call is they get the call before us, so the official's going to tell them who to get ready, your defense or your offense. It looks like the offense is getting ready.
After video review, the ruling on the field is incorrect. It was a fumble.
Wow.
By the offense.
Noah Flemings causes a fumble. And ULM with a big opportunity here, Des, to start in Arkansas State territory.
Big-time play made by a big-time player there that you're going to probably see play on Sunday. And now can ULM come in and cash in on a turnover that they weren't able to do earlier? But this time they have much better field position.
14-10 Warhawks looking for more from the 42-yard line of Arkansas State. Yeah, again, that's talking about playing till the whistle. That's what happened to ULM, and they were able to get possession of that football. McReynolds, first carry, not much happened, pick up a 1.
And so if Arkansas State's drive starter is a dig comeback to Rucker, ULM's drive starter is generally going to be that outside zone play.
Chris Bodie and Cody Sigler, who both coaching staffs, Des, raved about. This is a D2 transfer out of West Alabama. Really good players, missed the last couple of games, back in the lineup tonight for Arkansas State.
And he was a game-time decision. Yep. We got to talk to Coach Jones and ask about him, and he was very coy with whether he was going to be out there or not, but definitely a big-time player there for the Red Wolves.
6'3", 297 again, was an All-American at West Alabama. Armenta from the pistol, looking to throw, quick throw out to McReynolds. Needs a block, out to the 35, up to the 30, down to the 29. First down, ULM. And the pass completed to number 3. Bam McReynolds able to do it on the ground and through the air. We saw his hands early in the season. On the, I think, first touchdown of the season, a wheel route against St. Francis.
And that is, extension of the run. That was the perfect play call for the defense call. They brought both A-gap pressures for their backers, and you swing the back out and put the pressure on the safety there. And, man, when I talk about making a guy miss, that free safety coming downhill, I do not envy him having to tackle Bam in open space.
ULM first to 10 from the 27-yard line. Heavy backfield for Armenta. Reverse.
There he goes.
To Burkhalter. Armenta out there blocking. Blocked by Armenta, and it'll be close to a first down. Look at the quarterback getting out there leading the way for ULM.
And mention how aggressive this Red Wolves defense is in the first half to that outside zone. They are over pursuing. And you know what? Coach Vincent didn't call it in the first half, but he put a pin in it that the reverse would be open, and it was.
Look at Armenta out there lead blocking, able to get them at least 2 or 3 extra yards, picking up the block on number 9, Avante Dickerson.
Little front flip there. That's when you tell your quarterback, hey, we want you to block, but don't block. Need you to stay upright.
Just kind of shade him.
Just give him a shuck. Oh, my goodness.
So ULM has reached the red zone where they have been very successful this season. 2nd and 1.
He's still in, like he got a little shaken up on that. Armenta.
Bam McReynolds is the back, and
Coach Vincent didn't like it. He's going to call a timeout there for the Hawks.
ULM,
this is a first
Bryant Vincent with his
charge
first time out in the second half. ULM on the move, 2nd and 1 from the 18, looking to add to their lead here in the third quarter.
Don't seem like the squib kick has worked out for sure. And if your guy is so dangerous that you're willing to concede it at the 50, well, his NIL deal ain't large enough.
So a great opportunity for Arkansas State to seize momentum back in this ball game, setting up at midfield after that return.
Yeah.
4 plays, 17 yards, and a fumble, the last possession for Arkansas State.
You're going to ask your QB, Jalen Rayner, you're going to have to use your legs here, buy some time, and make something happen this drive.
Rayner sets a man in motion. It's Rucker.
Reverse.
Rucker reverse to Cobb. Double pass back to Rucker. Rucker with the block, but good open field tackle for ULM to keep it to a minimum gain.
Yeah, that was a lot. I had a coach who said,
That was Ross
VZ?
with the tackle.
My goodness. They did a lot to do a little.
That was a lot. That was a lot of eye candy.
Yeah.
And when usually you like to take a shot downfield on something like that.
I've never seen a reverse flea flicker to throw a screen.
To give to Clay. Clay running hard. He'll be 3 yards short of the first down.
I think that's sometimes when you just get a little too cute for yourself. But in any event, you got 3rd and short here, which you got to think they got
Yeah.
two top tries to get.
Well, we saw them go for it early on 4th and 1 in their own territory. Got to imagine they go for it here. 3rd and 4. Rayner throws slant behind his intended wide receiver.
And it's probably better it was behind. He almost had to throw it behind because if he throws it inside, it might get picked.
And Des, very rare that he and Cobb were not on the same page. They weren't there.
See, yeah, you saw that. He saw Gotzi having that inside leverage.
So ULM couldn't get the stop last time on 4th and 1, facing another 4th and 4, another 4th down opportunity for this defense.
And they've been going to Cobb here in this situation, bring him across the formation and drive routes and crossing routes.
Also watch Tyler Fortenberry from the tight end position. He just went in motion. Rayner
False start.
throws it out.
That's
Caught.
Cobb.
First down. That's Cobb. You called it right at the sticks.
And once again, coaches they call players, not plays. And that's been their guy they've gone to habitually on these 4th downs, anytime they need a couple of yards.
Yeah, of course, Corey Rucker, the most accomplished receiver in Arkansas State history, but this year, Chauncey Cobb has been the impact player for this team. Is it a free play? A lot of late substitutions. Deep pass, incomplete. I'm looking for yellow flags, but don't see any. There was a lot of confusion on that play.
Yeah.
Looking for Benelli.
And there was a little motion, it looked like, from the tight end that you called out pre-snap the play before the thing is. But, yeah, they tried to hit the wheel route. Anytime they get a big play, they've been going tempo shot play right afterwards.
2nd and 10 from the Warhawk 38-yard line. Rayner in the gun. 2 receivers to the near side and 2 to the far side. That's Rucker in motion. Gives it to him on the jet sweep. Coming to the near side. Makes one man miss, but will not make the second man miss. That's Funtroy in there to make the tackle at the 34-yard line.
All right, Funtroy made the tackle, but Cam Canterbury made the play. Watch him attack and blast through and force this inside.
Yep.
And then Funtroy comes in and cleans it up.
Do we have a timeout? I think we do.
Reset the game clock to 8-13. Thank you.
But it's those type of plays that don't get a lot of coverage. But they were kind of out-leveraged there, ULM was. They needed their players to make plays there to stop that from being a quick first down.
We've got a Warhawk down on the near sideline. That was the reason for the stop and play. I believe that is that?
Funtroy.
Yeah, that is ULM starting free safety. The very accomplished Carlos Funtroy.
Hopefully just a little
7
shaky.
tackles last week versus UTEP. Of course, had a nice career here at ULM. 3rd and 6 from the ULM 34-yard line. Can the defense generate some pressure?
So Jalen Rayner's had 2 reads generally.
Hey, it's about time for Billy Pullen to make a play. When's the last time we called his name?
It's been a while. They got 3 down line.
3rd and 6. They did a good job of blocking on Pullen, but here comes the rest of the ULM defense, just throws it up and incomplete.
And guess who that was providing that pressure?
Pullen One couldn't get to him, but then you see another gray jersey fly into the screen. You see Poland's number 5. That's number 14 for
Tay
Woody, transfer from UAB.
I thought that was Dylan Howe for a second. It was the reverse of Dylan Howe.
Right, 41. Well, look, 41 and 14 both making plays tonight. And another 4th down opportunity. Arkansas State so far 2 of 3. 7:53 remaining from their ULM 34-yard line. Rayner back to pass. Rayner steps up, throws, caught. In stride up to the 19-yard line. That is the ULM killer, Corey Rucker, keeping the drive alive.
And they're going to run him on a deep dig. They've got several people back in coverage there, and a 3-down lineman in front. And ULM still generating pressure with 3-down linemen, which is impressive. But for him to be able to fit that into that zone is impressive. And
look,
Corey
you see
Rucker,
this. I mean,
player.
Rutgers, leads FBS, only player over 3,000 yards receiving. I mean, one of the best in the country. Give to Spencer. Lowers his shoulder, gets inside the 15-yard line.
And that 3 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but it's enough to just make the defense think, hey, it will spread you out and still hand it off.
Yes, Corey Rucker last week, 2 catches, 4 yards. Tonight, 6 catches, 84 yards.
Are you saying he has it out for the Warhawks? He got the number and some
seems to historically have his best games against them.
It's a 2-read game on 3rd down.
And place 40 seconds on the play clock. Thank you.
It's a 2-read game for Jalen Rayner. He's looking for Rucker, or he's going to Cobb on those situations.
That has been the offense so far, his top 2 receivers. Rayner from the gun. Takes the snap. Under pressure. Swarmed under. Number 92 for ULM, the first one to get there. That's James Smith. Again, it's a lot of the backup defensive linemen making plays tonight.
And you coming in and to be able to come off of the bench and to make an impact play like that in the 3-down line front. Now the starters are coming back and they want fresh bodies. In the blitz package, you'd rather have a fresh body than you're wanting if they're tired.
3rd and 16 for Arkansas State from the ULM 24-yard line. Look to be some confusion, though, right now from ULM's defense. 3rd and 16, Rayner throws it over the middle. Screen pass to his tight end, number 17, Jabari Bush, but ULM was ready for it. Jabari Tiller in there to make the stop, and I guess that got him into field goal range for Clune Van Andel.
Yeah, that play was just trying to get a more comfortable kick because you want to make this a one-score game.
Well, he did hit a 51-yarder earlier, but he also ran one up the back of his offensive lineman right before halftime.
So middle pressure set that up. Let's see if they bring the same similar type block for the Warhawks.
Clune Van Andel to try to make this a 1-possession game. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is true. And Van Andel 2 of 3 on the night. Ice in the veins makes it 21-13. So we are back to a 1-possession game here in Monroe. ULM 21, Arkansas State 13. After ULM gets a turnover, gets a touchdown, I thought that was a really important answer for Arkansas State to at least get some points out of that drive.
It was almost the must score on that drive, and now the pressure is starting to shift back to ULM if they want to keep the momentum here to put a drive together themselves.
Godfrey and McReynolds, back to receive for the Warhawks.
Remember that
Up
squib?
8, yeah.
That squib set them up at the 50.
I've seen a lot of squibs today. Not this time. This one's going to the back of the end zone.
If ULM had a kicker to do that, I bet you they'd do it.
Well, I think if Max Larson's playing, maybe they do. But also, again, you got to respect the return ability of Cobb. But tell you what, Cedric Hawkins, backup running back, he's been the one who's gotten the squib kicks every time it's put the Red Wolves in pretty good field position.
Yeah, he's definitely punished the Warhawks for those short kicks. And now, you have ULM, who just had a scoring drive.
Yep.
Can they do it again? At the very least, to give their defense a chance to take a little bit of a break.
A lot of football left.
We got this game, man. I'm enjoying it.
5:44 remaining in the third quarter. ULM up 8. Armenta Play action. Got a man in his face. Got his tight end Nixon wide open. Nixon lowers his shoulder. Gets past the 30-yard line up to the 32. Good first down play. Pick up a 7.
Yeah, excellent executed. Julian Nixon, the tight end convert. You can tell he's used to be a receiver there, so very sure hands. And has become a much better blocker here.
And Armenta able to make that throw to Marcus Hendricks, who was not fooled by that play in his face.
And now you
second and short. Yep.
Second and super short, which is, you know, in coach's history, a shot play. But, you know, they haven't fed their guy yet.
2nd and 3 from the 32. Godfrey in motion. And a flag on the play. And from 2nd and 3, you're going to set yourself back up 2nd and 8. That changes everything.
Everything. And it would look like 2 guys in motion.
False start, offense, 52. 5-yard penalty, remain, 2nd down.
That's the 5th penalty of the ball game for ULM.
Yep, that's Caleb Croswell.
Backup left guard for ULM. Croswell, a junior out of Philadelphia.
Yep, and that's Kaliam, excuse me.
Yep, you're right, Kaliam Croswell.
6'3", 310 pounds. He's a load.
See what Coach Vincent didn't like.
And now remember, they're down to 1 timeout now.
ULM, this is their 2nd charge timeout.
With a lot of ball games left.
Again, you go from a penalty to now you use a timeout. 2nd and 8. Again, busy day of college football, obviously starting off Sun Belt Conference play here in Monroe. LSU in action against Ole Miss. We got Penn State and Oregon at the whiteout. We got Georgia and Alabama. It is a day to feast if you are a football fan, for sure.
All you can eat. And you're hoping, both teams are hoping to feast today because the Red Wolves don't want to go winless.
No.
So right now.
And Des, you know this as a former player, it's so crucial, especially when you get to conference play, to start conference play off on the right foot, start 1-0.
Absolutely. So pivotal victory, potential victory for both teams. Because, you know, the Red Wolves, they haven't won yet, but it all can be erased in conference play.
Yeah. 1-3, their only win over SEMO to start the year. They're riding a 3-game losing streak. And look, they really got hosed against Iowa State and Jonesboro a couple weeks ago.
I agree.
That could have changed the tone of the entire season. That's Coulter in motion. Armenta, delayed draw to McReynolds. Makes 1-man miss, makes 2-man miss. Couldn't make the 3rd man miss, but did pick up some positive yards. That was a slow developing play, but picked up something.
And once again, trying to take advantage of the over pursuit of the Red Wolves. One guy stayed home, but man, it's tough to get Bam on the ground.
All that for a yard. 3rd and 7. And Arkansas State with a stop could be looking at getting the ball back here with 4 minutes left in change in the 3rd quarter.
And great field position.
3rd and 7. Read the back to the left of Armenta. Godfrey will go in motion. Armenta looking to throw. Hits Godfrey, but well short of the 1st down.
And, you know, solid tackle there from Trenton Allen.
So Arkansas State.
Wow. Yow.
Yo from Yow.
Yes, indeed. Well, got him a tackle in space there. And that's when you wonder, you think that Jake Godfrey would run that route a little bit deeper to at least give him a chance at the sticks.
Blankus for Arkansas State is standing at his 27-yard line. Again, it's good kick by Mackenzie Ryan. Blankus brings it in on the 32. Tackled at the 34-yard line. So good coverage by ULM.
Good coverage, but good field position.
Yep. So just when you think one team starts to get comfortable, momentum shifts.
And Brett Gillette was walking out like somebody said something to him. But that big-time tackle there for your former walk-on linebacker.
So Arkansas State with the ball and momentum. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line as Jalen Rayner in this Red Wolves offense goes to work. 3:17 left in the 3rd. 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Rayner gives it off to Clay. Coming to the near side. Tackled right around the line of scrimmage. But guess who? A guy's name we've called quite a bit so far tonight. Number 14, Tay Woody. Backup defensive tackle, 6'4", 295 out of UAB.
And that was a lot of space he had to cover. It looked like a simple tackle. It was not big guy having to get the running back.
And I'll tell you, we talked about this with Coach Fitz before the season. ULM might have some of the biggest defensive linemen inside the Sun Belt Conference. And right there on cue, they get to the quarterback. Another sack for the Warhawks. This one by number 19 for ULM. That's Jaden Callender, another backup defensive. I'm telling you right now, Des, the backups are feasting right now defensively.
Yeah, and I think that was Z Loa.
49 or 19.
No, that was 19, yeah.
Jaden Callender.
And 19, yeah, they're going to give it to Callender. Talk about going from speed to power from his end position. That's a big time against a mobile QB. You can't run past quarterback.
And Des, these are winning plays. It is 3rd and 14 for ULM's defense. You cannot allow Arkansas State to get a first down here. 4 wide receiver set. Rayner steps up, and that's going to be a flag. Yeah, you could see that coming.
Can't happen. And that's been pretty typical for the Warhawks here on 3rd down. That's the 2nd flag that Rucker has drawn on 3rd down.
That was about as obvious as it could get.
And you didn't have to do it.
No.
Pass interference, defense.
You have them in 3rd and 14 to get a
Spot
pass
foul,
interference.
Automatic, first down.
And that's just discipline. That's being aware of down and distance. And he was going to be beat, but you got to feel like you can rally and make that tackle.
Well, you'd have to think some of the guys behind him could have made the play.
Yeah, but it's a reflex. I'm beat. You're going to reach out and grab. And
in all actuality, it was about a 5-yard play, but it's an automatic first down. That's the big thing.
Yeah, just a drive route.
Could that come back to haunt ULM?
Absolutely, it could.
1st and 10, Red Wolves from their own 32. Rayner takes the snap. Play action.
7.
Looking for a man, Rucker. He makes the catch between 3 ULM defenders.
Just an over route there, running right through the zone coverage. He was open from the start. Check him out. Dropped it right in the bucket.
What a throw.
Incredible throw. Incredible confidence.
And how about Rucker with the ability to hold on to the football?
This guy, it's almost like you have to mark him at the line. If you run zone and you give him a spot, he's going to find the empty spot. He came all the way from the backside of the formation to find it.
Here's the problem. If you stop Rucker, then you've got Cobb.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Arkansas State's passing attack starting to get going. Rayner 17 of 30, 181 right now.
And Cam Canterbury coming off a little shaken up there for the Warhawks.
That's the starting star for ULM. And Arkansas State now at midfield, under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Cameron was playing at boundary safety, boundary corner. He had to move him over. Pressure.
Rayner against the blitz and another flag.
Illegal contact. It was press coverage there by Diarco Perkins McAllister.
Yep.
And it looked like you can do that up in between 5 yards.
Penalties
Defense.
Starting to add up for
Number 4,
ULM.
Spot foul, automatic, first down.
The crowd is booing because they're thinking that he wasn't within 5 yards.
But it's the right call.
Now let's see. Is he? You can do that within 5 yards. He looks pretty deep down the field.
That's past 5.
Yeah.
7th penalty for ULM to just 1 for Arkansas State this game.
I think Diarco just lost his space on the field.
And he's their best cover corner. Again, this guy started 10 games when TCU played for the national championship for the Horned Frogs. Really good player.
Absolutely.
1:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Arkansas State.
Single high safety.
Rayner to Clay. Right up the middle, nothing happening. Jaden Hamlin. One of the first to get there as well. Jabari Tiller. But still picked up 4.
And just a tendency breaker there on the first down. But yeah, if you could start your drive off with 4 yards on the ground, when they had a run look, by the way, you got to be happy there if you're a Red Wolf.
2nd and 6 as we approach 1 minute left in the 3rd.
Split safety look here.
You called it. Rayner under pressure once again. This time he'll step up. Cuts to the outside, picks up the first down, gets inside the 30, inside the 29-yard line, and another first down for Arkansas State, keeping this game alive. And Rayner starting to get confidence, Des, with his legs and with his arm.
And we haven't seen that yet tonight, for him to jump out of the window like that. And that's, if your interior lineman, your ends did their job. They crushed the pocket and made him step up. You have to stay home and be ready for that.
43 seconds left in the 3rd. Again, 1st quarter, all Arkansas State. 2nd quarter, all ULM. Looks like 3rd quarter right now, Could be a lean towards Arkansas State depending on option pitch. That is a dangerous play and a great open field tackle. That is number 12 once again, Jabari Tiller. That was a dangerous pitch by Rayner.
Yeah, and they ran 70 turn back protection there, sprint them out, little speed option, and just excellent open field tackle.
Not exactly vintage Nebraska option.
Nah, that was.
So ULM's defense tackle for loss to end the third quarter. So here we go. The fourth and final quarter of our annual Rice Bowl rivalry. It's ULM 21, Arkansas State 13, but the Red Wolves on the move as we start the fourth quarter. Motion, multiple men in motion. Go from wide to tight. Rayner takes a snap, gonna throw. Wide open receiver, that is Rucker, who fumbled the football, but Arkansas State's tight end, Tyler Fortenberry, is there for the first down.
Wow. Talk about a fortuitous bounce there for the Red Wolves.
First and 10.
But anytime they've needed third down, it's 7 and 16 like clockwork.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Fortenberry, Johnny on the spot with a huge fumble recovery for Arkansas State to keep this drive alive. The rare mistake for Corey Rucker.
He, at the very least, solidified them having a field goal attempt.
Pistol formation. Rayner certainly got himself into a groove. He puts Rucker in motion. Rolls out, looking for somebody under pressure. Steps up, there's another sack for ULM.
Oh, there go that man again, Dylan Howe.
It's 41 and 14, making their presence known for ULM tonight.
Talk about having a career game here for Dylan Howe. That's 2 sacks on the night. And to be able to track down Jalen Rayner, a mobile QB in the backfield, he hit him with that Raiden, come over here, get over here.
Get over here.
There you go.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
That's a dated Mortal Kombat reference for
all the kids at home.
2nd and 15 from the 20.
And that Scorpion.
You're right. I was more of a Sub-Zero guy myself.
I was a Scorpion guy, man.
That makes sense. That's why we worked in the booth together. Yeah.
Fire and ice. But remember this stop right here now. It's going to set up a 3rd and long here for the Warhawks. That sack really flipped it.
Well, again, Des, remember 3rd and long earlier in this drive, a penalty kept the play alive.
Yes.
So can the ULM defense get off the field on 3rd and 15?
And you got Rucker isolated up top with a safety over the top.
Arkansas State 3 of 11 on 3rd down so far.
He's bailing.
Rayner throwing, it is caught by his tight end Bush, well short of the first down. And will they send the kicking unit out? They will.
For sure. And smart of Jalen, not trying to force anything, take the points. And good sheer tackle there at the end. That's a big body.
A lot of help defense coming. They include 2 of 3 on the game.
But being able to hold the Red Wolves here to 3 is a huge. It's a win for the defense, for the Warhawks for sure. But look no further. The momentum has swung.
Yep. To cut the lead to 5 for Clune Van Andel. The kick is up, and it is got it again. And this lead is now cut to 5. It's ULM 21. Arkansas State keeps cutting into this lead. 21-16 with 12:09 left in the ball game. His 300th consecutive game as announcing for the Warhawks. So quite an accomplishment. He's seen a lot of everything here at Malone Stadium.
He's the man, the voice of the Warhawks for sure.
It's a lot of football.
When I hear the Warhawks, I hear his voice in my head.
I tried not to, but pop pass to Bibbs, going to the far side, 35, 36-yard line. Good opening play, first down for the Warhawks.
Bibbs on the pop pass has been there, and what really kind of helps that play work is they're running split zone motion behind it, and they're gonna come back and run the split zone out of that same look. Check it out.
And I didn't mean to cut you off, Des, but two things. Like we have not seen Dorian Lewis or Deshaun Ford really tonight at the running back position. We've seen Terrell Reed. We've seen Zach Palmer-Smith. It's been a minute since we've seen him, and obviously we've seen a lot of Bam McReynolds, but we've seen games where all 5 of these running backs have touched the football.
Yeah, and they really kind of, limiting the snaps there. I think they like what they're seeing out of Bam.
Reed, the deep back, a Arkansas Razorback transfer, gets the carry, runs up the middle, picked up 2 on the play.
So that was the exact opposite of what we saw before. They run the same look where they ran the pop pass, but this time they run split zone.
Gavin Ransall making the stop for Arkansas State.
Just making sure the defense has eye discipline.
Sets up 2nd and 2.
Bringing in a little bit of a lighter package.
McReynolds checking back into the ball game for ULM. Up by 5, under 11.
Big second down play here.
Can Arkansas State get their season back on track? Can, as Coach Vincent said, get a defining win for ULM today? 10 minutes. Find out some answers. Pistol formation. Back in motion. Another pop pass and a
procedure. ULM, it looks like.
Again, this is where ULM has really hurt themselves.
5-yard penalty.
Didn't get the snap off.
That is the 8th penalty for ULM to just 1 for Arkansas State.
And that's a quarterback penalty there, delay of game. Maybe the play call comes in late, but he's got to know that snap's got to be early.
From 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 13 for the Warhawks.
And it's also a timing thing when you have the jet sweep motion. He's looking at the play clock. He knows it's ticking down, but you got to wait for your jet sweep motion guy to pass.
It's all about timing. And another penalty.
Wow, self-destructing.
ULM imploding here on this drive.
And the Red Wolf sideline is going insane.
Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
What a game of momentum shifts.
And that is Kaleem Croswell's 2nd penalty. And with that, here comes another substitution. Drew Hutchinson checking into the ball game.
Yeah, they're getting him up out of there. And
he's a redshirt junior from Spring Hill, played at North Webster.
And that's just it's a little bit of a focus issue. He's thinking, I've got a down block here, and he forgets the snap count.
2nd and 18. Can they pick up at least half of it here? Armenta throwing.
Wow.
Great catch by Rico Powers for a first down. The transfer from Jackson State with a huge catch and first down.
What a play.
Go up and get it.
What a play there. What a pass there from Armenta. They run play action power, and he buys time. It was not open until late. And so that was an adjustment. That was a scramble drill.
And that is a catch in the NFL. You know, Rico made a catch that was taken away from him in the Alabama game, which would have went for about 40 yards. Now, would it have made a difference in that game?
To him, it would have.
Statistically, yes.
For his lifetime stat.
Good to see him get a big catch there. Gives ULM a big first down on 2nd and forever. Armenta. The give to McReynolds. Gets a ULM across midfield up to the 48-yard line of Arkansas State.
And it's not going to show up on the stat book, but that was a great block there by their H-back on the split zone to come in and cut that front side in off. And, get the drive continuing to win on first down.
Brian Whitehead on the tackle for Arkansas State. And he had a sack last week versus Kennesaw. 2nd and 8 as we approach 8:30 remaining here in this ball game. ULM just inside Arkansas State territory. 5 on the play clock. The give to McReynolds. McReynolds has got close to the first down on the run, about 1.5 yards short. Right through the heart of the Arkansas State defense, setting up 3rd and short.
Now, remember that catch there for that to pick up that first down if they end up getting points on his drive. There's a couple of plays that define games, and I believe that's one of them.
That was a huge play on 2nd and 18 to pick up a first down where you're looking like, hey, just pick up half of it. Yeah. 3rd and 1 for ULM. Man in motion. That's Herring, goes under center.
Trying to draw with the freeze.
First down, ULM. Not quite the tush push, but that's enough for the first.
Now, it doesn't go. It's going to go unnoticed, but he did a freeze call at first to try to see if he can get a cheap first down to get him to jump. And when he didn't jump, he went ahead and called the sneak. Check him out.
Of course, Hunter Herring, ULM's
almost got
utility player.
Yeah, he's like Taysom Hill.
He is their Taysom Hill for sure. As we've gone under 8 minutes to go, can ULM put together a long drive to extend their lead as Arkansas State has clawed back in it to make a 5-point game? 1st and 10 from the Red Wolf 40-yard line. Armenta to McReynolds. Big hole, 30, 25, down to the 22-yard line. That's actually Zach Palmer-Smith, the transfer from Richmond, with his best run of the night.
He's had a couple of big runs here for the Warhawks, but look at the right side of that line, outside zone.
Oh, what a hole.
Cut perfectly. I think you could have got a couple yards there.
Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Zach Palmer-Smith with the big run gets ULM inside the 22-yard line of Arkansas State when we come back here on ESPN+. Godfrey.
What a play to run the power read there. He's going to stretch it and read it. He could have pulled it himself too, but Godfrey showing great eyeball strength there.
How about great blocking by Zach Palmer-Smith and Ryland Green downfield?
But just the vision here to follow his blocks there. My goodness.
And the Warhawks inside the red zone, and guess who's just checked it?
Four-minute drill.
Godfrey in motion. The give to Godfrey. Needs a block. Got a block. Godfrey to the 20. Godfrey to the 15. Godfrey to the 1-yard line before he is knocked out of bounds. Jake Godfrey.
What a play to run the power read there. He's going to stretch it and read it. He could have pulled it himself too, but Godfrey showing great eyeball strength there.
How about great blocking by Zach Palmer-Smith and Ryland Green downfield?
But just the vision here to follow his blocks there. My goodness.
And the Warhawks inside the red zone, and guess who's just checked into the ball game? Number 17, Hunter Herring at quarterback. Yes, he usually runs it, but has the ability to pass the football.
He had a touchdown pass taken away from him last week.
Was a quarterback down the road at Washita Christian School. Is that another penalty?
It's going to be a timeout. Coach Vincent didn't like the package. He's getting on to somebody.
And that's ULM's last one. That is the last timeout for ULM. You know, that's what makes Coach Vincent
irate.
Good news is you got 1st and goal. The bad news is Warhawks out of timeouts. Back after this. That is Zach Palmer-Smith for 6 to give you
here. But ULM, even if with 6, they're going to need one more offensive drive if they want to ice this game.
Hunter Herring under center, I formation for ULM. Don't see that very often. The give to the back. That is Zach Palmer-Smith for 6 to give ULM a 2-possession lead with 5:36 to go in this one.
Talk about a season-defining game for the Warhawks, potentially. They're able to close this out. That was all second effort because it was not there initially. Palmer Smith comes in and had some very timely runs for the Warhawks.
And his first touchdown of the season as a ULM Warhawk. He had plenty last year for the Richmond Spiders.
Talk about taking advantage of your opportunity.
Yep.
You got a couple backs down, a little beat up, and you get an opportunity to come in, your number's called, and he's answering.
That is his 5th carry of the ball game, 28 yards, and now that touchdown. Extra point is up. Extra point is good, and ULM has got a 12-point lead with 5:36 remaining in this ball game.
And only 28 yards, but it's when those yards have come, and you've got Bam out here running all over the field, and when to be able to spell him and still get good production is a game changer.
Well, speaking of, you see Zach Palmer Smith and Bam. Again, Hunter Herring on short down and distance, picking up the first down. 9 plays, 75 yards. And in a one-possession game, Des, you knock off almost 7 minutes off the clock, 6:33.
That's a game-changing drive right there. That's, taking control of the game and putting it on your back.
I like the I formation for ULM. You don't see that very often in college football much anymore.
Yeah, and they still ended up motioning to get their fullback into an H-back position, but just give them a little something to think about.
Good news for ULM, you're up 12. Bad news is you've got some explosive receivers with Rucker, Cobb, and Summers, and a quarterback in Jalen Rayner who can really throw it.
That's why I mentioned that ULM they're probably going to need at least one more offensive drive because you got to think that the Red Wolves will be able to score.
Well, they didn't squib it. Fair caught for Arkansas State.
So what are you looking for?
Number 84 making that fair catch, Reed Linder.
So they've got a tight end involved a little bit. The Red Wolves have, but you still
Jabari
know
Bush and Fortenberry.
Yeah, you still know that the guys that are going to make this thing go is going to be 7 and 16.
And again, what they can do after the catch, those guys are explosive.
Yeah.
But can ULM continue to put pressure? They've got 5 sacks in this ball game.
So you look for screens and draws here because you got to think that ULM's going to be pinning their ears back.
Rayner, quick throw out to Cobb. Billy Pullen almost runs him down. He picks up 9. But that's what we're talking about, those guys yards after catch.
And there's a screen to start the drive, and a lot of people don't know, but the defensive end, a screen like that, it's your play to make if you retrace.
As you see, last drive, Rayner, good catch by Rucker. They went 12 plays, 53 yards, ends in the field goal. Again, right over the middle, looking for Cobb once again. That time it's behind him. 3rd and 1. Does ULM dial up the pressure again on 3rd and 1? How about the performance by 14 Tay Woody today?
They run inside zone here normally.
There it is, Clay. Just enough for a first down.
And we haven't said his name a lot, but Billy has definitely set an edge there from his outside in position. He's put on 20 pounds.
Yes, he has.
In the offseason and hasn't lost a step.
He's not putting up the individual totals that we saw last year, but like you mentioned, he's setting it up for other people. Rayner looking to throw sideline. It is in and out of the hands of Perkins McAllister. Could have been, again, I don't want to say game-ending, but potentially. Giving ULM some cushion on that interception.
That would have been a dagger for sure. And how about him turning into a receiver there? He had better position than the wide receiver.
Looking for Jalen Benelli was Rayner. 2nd and 10, 4:51 left.
They would say that's why DeArco plays corner.
But Arkansas State does have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout.
Because that ball beat them all up in the chest.
Rayner, as expected, throws.
Good D.
Very good defense, looking for his tight end, Jabari Bush.
Trying to throw the out route there. And the Red Bull fans are going to say, well, he got his hand on the back. You're allowed to put that hand there as long as you don't hook him and turn him.
3rd and 10, 4:47 left. Arkansas State has struggled on 3rd downs this ball game.
They have
Need one here.
Isolated up top.
I'd look for Rucker or Cobb. And is it the timeout for Arkansas State?
It's going to be a flag in there.
False start.
Well, only the
Offense,
second
number 16.
penalty on Arkansas
5-yard
State
penalty.
today.
Remains third down.
And so with 4:46 left, down 2 scores, you almost have to go
Please
for
set the
it
game
here.
clock to 4:47. Thank you.
If they're not
I
able to
think
get this first down.
unless there's a loss on the play.
Yeah.
If it's 4th and 10 or short, I think you're right, Des, but if there's a sack. 3rd and 10. Rayner steps up, throws over the middle, ball caught. Who else? Cobb stays on his feet in ULM territory. Again, you've always got to watch 16 and 7.
And Rayner just threading the needle there. They've got 6 back in coverage. And still able, he just had all day in the pocket. He's going to be able to pick you apart.
Rayner again, Cobb again, up to the 30-yard line, and another first down.
Very similar route to before.
Tackle on the play by Robinson.
Just running a basic route there.
Rayner going to, that is his Corey Rucker. Spin cycle. And another first down. Who we talking about, Des? 7 and 16. Keeping this game alive for Arkansas State.
And they got a man down there. Looks like a lineman for the Red Wolves.
And listen, with 3 timeouts in the 2-minute time, there's a lot of football left here.
That's my statement earlier still stands. The ULM Warhawks are going to lead at least one more good offensive drive if they want to put this game away, because it's looking like they're going to get points here.
Sideline warning. ULM.
Well, you know this. They've got to get a touchdown. They can't settle for 3. Injured Red Wolf offensive lineman.
So being a defensive player, I think in possessions. I'm thinking they're going to have it. We're going to need another good possession here if you're a Warhawk fan. And if they get 6 here, they're going to come in and they're going to run a 4-minute drill.
Well, if anything, you're hoping if they score, you're still going to take some more time off the clock.
Yeah, for
Make
sure.
them work for it. It's in 3rd and 11.
Make them use, because they have 3 timeouts. So
Or should be 1st and 10, excuse me. First and 10 from the 18-yard line.
but you would look at the scoreboard and think the game would be more in hand. It really isn't.
Mason Myers, center for Arkansas State. The injured player. Hope he's okay.
Mason there is their center, which is kind of a blow there. It's not like center is a very pivotal point for the offensive line, depending on if he's setting the protection for their offensive line.
And it looks like Mason's finally up. Good to see. He's going to get helped off by trainers and some teammates. Again, Red Wolves, you do lose your starting center, though, Des, at a pretty critical juncture of this ball game.
Yeah, it's tough.
And look, for ULM, you've got 5 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. You could use a few more right here.
Yeah. And you got to think they're going to bring some middle pressure to test that new center out.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back to the action here at Malone Stadium. Back inside Malone Stadium, it's 1st and 10, Arkansas State from the 18-yard line of ULM. Rayner sidearms it out to his tailback, Devin Spencer. Nice tackle by number 12. Jabari Tiller has had one of his best games in a ULM uniform. And here's the thing, Des, the good news is you tackled him inbounds, run some clock.
Got to start taking end zone plays here if you're a Red Wolf.
Rayner, quick throw again. Ball is caught by his tight end, Bush. And he's out of bounds, short of the first down. But he does stop the clock.
Now you got everything out in front of you if you're Red Wolf. You got all your timeouts.
And the 2-minute
Two-minute
timeout.
timeout. Yeah, plenty of time.
But they did start to run the clock now, so
not inside of 3 minutes.
Late substitution for ULM. 92, James Smith. Rucker in motion. Rayner steps up. Lost the football, got it back, but I think he's going to be short of the first down. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and ULM with an opportunity to potentially ice the ball game. Rayner with a good job of getting on the football. I don't know if he just lost it himself.
He's been a little hesitant to run. Like he had more daylight there, and he had Rucker there on the real route, one-on-one. He hadn't really looked at Rucker as much here.
Loss of 2, 4th and 3. This is essentially your ball game. 28-16. Clock continuing to run. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. 2:25 on the game clock.
16.
Rayner, 4th and 3. Rayner steps up, got the first down. Inside the 5, he'll slide down.
Hey, that was dangerous for him to
It
slide.
was.
Because sliding, they stop it where you start your slide. And he was very close.
He does pick up the first down, but the clock is going to run. It looks like, do they get one more play before the 2-minute timeout? They will. Rayner, good coverage. Was looking for Rucker the entire way, and he was blanketed. So, Arkansas State down 12 with 1:59 left. Doesn't score before the 2-minute timeout, but does have 3 timeouts left. We are far from over in Monroe. Warhawks up 28-16 over the Red Wolves. Good tackle by ULM to make
They're just taking
more clock run off.
They're just taking too much time with this
You'll
drive.
give that one up. 13, David Gotze makes the stop.
They really needed to score before that 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, 3rd and 3. Now the clock is at 1:35. Clock still rolling. As Jalen Rayner's looking over to his offensive sideline. Rayner moves out to the left. Nothing happening.
He can't take that.
Tackled at the line of scrimmage. May have lost some yards. Perkins McAllister with the play. And Arkansas State's going to have to burn one of those timeouts.
That's almost game.
Well,
They're going to have to onside kick it.
Here's the thing. On 3rd downs, Arkansas State has struggled. But they've been very good on 4th downs. They are 4 of 15 on 3rd downs after that play. They are 4 of 5 on 4th down.
But you need your QB to be headsy enough to know you can't take a sack there.
Yeah.
You're outside of the pocket, throw the ball
And he's
away.
played enough football to know that,
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. Because now, like, ULM doesn't have – you needed them to get – they need to get a first down at least before now because you had 3 timeouts. It's not the case anymore.
So here is your ball game. 4th and 8 from the 8. Does Jalen Rayner have some magic left, or can ULM get a stop and finally break this long streak against the Red Wolves? We'll find out on this play. 4th and 8 from the 8. Rayner in the gun. Look for Rucker or Cobb. That's been his guys. Rayner takes the snap. Under pressure. Rayner throws it up. It is stopped well short of the first down. Great pressure once again by the ULM defense, and that could be it.
I think that is
For the
it.
Warhawks.
I think that is it. They're going to cut this 15-game losing streak to the Red Wolves. And this is a huge win for Coach Brian Vincent and the ULM Warhawks to launch this program.
This is one, when we talked to him right before the season started, he talked about how big this particular game was for this program. Again, Rayner, like he's been most of the day, under pressure. He still got it out to Kenyon Clay, but ULM had 6 guys. I mean, there were gray jerseys all around the football. And what a performance by this ULM defense.
Yeah, and Coach Ernest Hill definitely, there was some second half adjustments, and on this drive, timely pressure on the edge, was able to get pressure all day with just 4 down linemen.
Still 2 timeouts, so ULM needs a first down. That's Bam McReynolds picking up 3 on the carry.
I don't think they need a first down, Sean. There's a minute left.
We knew Arkansas State's going to use all those timeouts.
Second half, 30 seconds.
Heck, at this point, I start wondering, do you just take a knee? They've got 1 timeout left.
Yeah, it's 40-second play clock, yeah.
28-16. 1:08 left. Arkansas State with just 1 timeout. You see a very frustrated Butch Jones, with this team staring down 1-4 to start this season, and it's not any easier. They've got Texas State next, then at South Alabama, Georgia Southern, and Troy.
It's a murderer's row there. I just can't stress how big of a game this was for both programs.
Yes.
And you know what? To the Red Wolves' credit, they came out playing like that.
Again, tale of the odd quarters went to the Red Wolves. The even quarters went to the Warhawks.
Neither one would concede.
Dropped in the backfield for a loss was McReynolds.
Timeout.
Actually, that was Zach Palmer
State, third
Smith.
and final timeout of the second half. 30 seconds.
So they'll be able to run it down on 3rd down in about 20 seconds. There.
Yep. 28-16, 1:04 remaining. Arkansas State does not have any more timeouts.
And just can't go back to that. Well, they didn't score, first off.
Yep.
But second off, being tackled in bounds and having to burn that timeout, that hurt.
What a performance by this ULM defense here today. Again, they gave up 288 yards passing, but that's against Jalen Rayner. That's not too bad. Again, against the run, tremendous. And that's part of the problem, and Butch Jones is going to have to figure this out. 17 yards rushing. That's just not complimentary football. You see Arkansas State, we just talked about their upcoming schedule. Texas State, at South Alabama, Georgia Southern, and at Troy. Armenta the give. There is a big play by Zach Palmer Smith, 25-30, 35-40. There goes number 6 deep into South Alabama territory, and this game is over.
Timely runs by Palmer Smith there. My goodness. He don't always come, but when he comes on time.
You came for Bam McReynolds, you stayed for Zach Palmer Smith.
And did you see him high stepping, keeping that ball high and tight? I thought he might get stripped at the end, but wow, what a play.
Again, what a...
You can tell, look.
I mean, this is like this program, this town is taking a deep breath because they have heard for so long how much this team from Jonesboro, who you got to have a lot of respect for them from what they've done through the years, has had them. I mean, they've been in their head.
Absolutely.
They've beaten them mentally. They've beaten them physically. This is a big hurdle for this program to get past.
Well, that Rice Bowl is coming back to ULM in Monroe, Louisiana. But how about Palmer Smith there? You see that stride started to shorten up at the end of that run. That hawk jumped on him, dropped the piano in his back at the end of it.
I think he gave all he had.
Yeah, absolutely. Put that thing in low gear.
28-16 ULM. Now they could take a knee. Here on homecoming inside Malone Stadium. We'll take a fortunate injury. Take a quick timeout. Be back after this. I guess there's going to be a lot of people in Monroe eating red beans and rice, jambalaya, gumbo, you name it. But ULM